Hello everybody, welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Friday, October 24th, 2025, and we are back with our NBA best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these NBA videos every single day that the NBA is on, all the other major sports as well. Excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So, to recap yesterday's results, we had Oklahoma City minus 7.5. Did not get that one done. But overall for the NBA season, including our members only, we're 8-3. So we'll take that every single day of the week. But we've got a full slate of picks today. We don't have just 2 games on today. We have like 13 or 14 games on today. Absolutely love to see that. And we got 3 picks for you guys here today on the channel. But we do have 10 total plays in general on our membership. And all our membership is 40% off. So you get full access to our plays for 40% off using code ZDM40 at checkout at zdmbets.com/picks. As a member, you get all of our members only best bets every single day, which was profitable best bets on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, you have a direct line to me. So any game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number, get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting. And you get all our free picks we do on YouTube, send to you before these videos come out. That would take advantage of early lines, early odds. The website is zdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the pinned comment below. But let's get into the plays that we actually have for today. So the first play that I'm rolling with is I'm going with the Knicks minus 3.5 versus the Celtics today. First off, the sharp money is with the Knicks today. 45% of the bets, while 51% of the money is on the Knicks today. The Knicks are also at home in MSG. But another thing I just really think here today is I think the smart bettors this year are just going to be Celtics faders. That's the only way you can really go about this, because the Celtics team is obviously without Tatum. But if you actually look at their depth chart, I don't know if anyone's really looked at this. Derek White obviously is from the championship team. Peyton Pritchard is a great bench player, but he's a starter now. He's also a massive defensive liability. He makes some steals, but you can really dominate him. Jaylen Brown's obviously pretty solid. Then your power forward Sam Hauser, who's fine, and then you have Keita as the center, who, if you watched in the last couple of years, he would get in garbage time, and he was honestly dog shit. He wasn't good. And you saw that against the Sixers. He honestly got ran around a little bit. Now, you could also make the point, well, Anthony Simons or whatever. Here's the thing, is he's a good shooter, but he's a huge liability defensively, and they're just going to shoot threes nonstop in this game. And here's the thing, their best player is not even that good of a three-point shooter. And when you're looking at the Celtics as well, without Tatum, the thing that's really underrated here, too, is all the talent they've lost, is Kristaps and Horford are honestly the biggest deal of people that they have lost. The reason being is because last year and the year before, what made them so deadly is that their bigs can shoot. You can have 5 guys shooting threes, and if Tatum or Brown decided to not shoot a three and go to the rack, there was no one there. Kristaps in the corner or the top of the key or whatever. This year, they don't have the bigs to shoot threes unless you take Keita completely out. And then you have Xavier Tillman, who's 6'8" as your center. And any team with any sort of size is going to completely dominate that. And because Keita can't play on the outside, at least he doesn't pose a threat three-point shooting, the lane's not going to be nearly as open for Jaylen Brown. And the worst case is going to go to the line. And he's also not that good of a free throw shooter either. And I like Jaylen Brown a lot, but the Celtics team is not built in the way that it was the last couple of years. And it's just because the ownership wants to take salary off the books and they want a championship from it. And the Knicks have almost everybody back. They're going to miss Josh Hart today and Mitchell Robinson. But like I talked about earlier, the C's don't have anyone to challenge interior defense from a center power forward perspective. This matchup actually works perfectly for the Knicks today because Cat's their biggest player, obviously, at this point because there's some injuries, but he's mobile, can play on the outside, can shoot, all those good things, and he can pull Keita out of the lane, which is going to give just free rim runs because the Celtics are just defensively they don't have the horses to defend a team like the Knicks right now. And Cat should be able to dominate. Jalen Brunson is going to be able to really have his way with whoever guards him, whether it's Derek White, which it probably won't because Derek White's their number 2 offensive option at this point. So you're going to put Peyton Pritchard or Anthony Simons on him. Good luck. And then, the one thing that people will bring up, obviously, is that Jaylen Brown is still there. OG is a great, and I mean great matchup for Jaylen Brown, like defensively. Like he's big, strong, fast, and can defend him well. And by the way, OG was the guy guarding Jason Tatum in the playoff series last year, and Jaylen Brown's not as good as Jason Tatum. So I like the Knicks here -3.5 versus Celtics. They're at home. Let's roll with it here. Next, I'm going with the T-Wolves money line versus the Lakers. And when we're looking at this, you could do the 2.5, by the way. I'm doing the money line. It's like -135. The -2.5 is like -110. But this Lakers team, very similar to the Celtics, is very one person, is very dependent on one guy. And Luka had an amazing game against the Warriors. And the Warriors won by double digits. By the way, we gave you guys Warriors -2.5 opening night. And by the way, money line last night, our members, just saying. But I don't really see where the Lakers get their scoring outside of Luka. Austin Reeves is solid, like he's fine, but he should not be your number 2 option. LeBron's obviously out. Rui, listen, I'm from DC. I know the Wizards back like the back of my hand. Rui was terrible, and they got rid of him, which was smart on their part. And then you're going to have Jared Vanderbilt, who's not a scorer. And then you have DeAndre Ayton, who's actually a pretty solid scorer, but defensively, he is a massive liability, especially against a T-Wolves team like this. And we're looking at the T-Wolves today. When we're looking at them, right? Like, they just have the better matchups everywhere. I mean, first off, let's just start with this. Who's going to guard Anthony Edwards? Because if we're looking at the Lakers depth chart, we're looking at this, right? Austin Reeves cannot guard Anthony Edwards. Luka definitely can't. Rui's too big. And you might think about putting Jared Vanderbilt on him, which is who they'll probably start. And if they do that, then that just leaves, that just leaves Julius Randle on an island against a guy who's way smaller than him, and Julius Randle's going to dominate. Rudy Gobert is going to be able to clog up the lane because DeAndre Ayton can't shoot outside of like 15 feet, really. DiVincenzo's a really solid guy to throw at Luka initially. Jaden McDaniels is a fantastic defender. Naz Reid's a 6th man. And what's going to end up happening, really, you're going to watch this game and here's what's going to happen. DeAndre Ayton's going to get cooked in the pick and roll. That's what's going to happen. He's going to get cooked. He got cooked against the Warriors. He's going to get cooked even more against the T-Wolves. And then what's going to also happen is that anytime that Luka is guarding DiVincenzo, which is what's going to be the matchup, DiVincenzo is going to do a pick and roll with Anthony Edwards and make him switch, and Luka's going to have to guard Anthony Edwards, which Anthony Edwards is going to absolutely dominate him. And Anthony Edwards also is a really solid defender that people don't really give enough credit to. I love the T-Wolves here on the money line versus the Lakers, -135. It's a bit of a public play, but in reality here, public plays sometimes win. This is one of those times. Give me the T-Wolves on the money line, -135 versus the Lakers. And then I'm rolling with the Heat, +3.5 versus the Grizzlies. Sharps are heavy on the Heat today. 37% of the bets, while 45% of the money is on the Heat today. And the Heat looked really great. It looked great against a good Magic team. I'm very high on the Magic this year. And the fact that they played them that well and were up for most of the game is very, very impressive. Also, the Grizzlies, to me, this is not really like a analytical reason, but they just have terrible vibes. Like they're not going to be very well coached. I don't really think they have good coaching. They don't have good spacing either because they lost Bane. And when you're looking at this Heat team, I mean, they obviously don't have the talent in past years. I mean, this will really test how much Heat culture, like how important Heat culture really is with this team. But they have the guys to guard Ja. They have the guys to guard Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey. And here's the other thing. Bam is going to get Jaren Jackson Jr. in foul trouble very, very quick because Bam was like the focal point of the offense against the Magic. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that again today. And Jaren Jackson Jr., one thing about him, he's very, very good, but he gets into foul trouble super quick. He's like Karl Anthony Towns. He just gets into foul trouble quickly. And the Heat, if they get him into foul trouble, they don't have anyone. Like, they don't have anyone to guard him because Bam's, well, if they put Zach Edey on Bam, Bam's going to pull him out of the lane, and he's going to shoot jumpers over him. That's what's going to happen. He's going to hit him. He's going to hit 12, 13 feet because Zach Edey can't move. And if Edey gets too close, he's going to run around him, and he's going to be able to dribble around him easily. And then defensively, they don't have the guards to guard anyone on the Heat. So I love the Heat +3.5. I think they win this game outright. I'm going to take the points, though. But the Heat are going to win this game outright. And I'm rolling with it here in this game. Now, like I said, guys, we have 10 plays today total, including 3 hammer plays in the NBA, by the way, which I love today. And you can get those all at zdmbets.com/picks, website in the pin comp below. And we also have an NHL video out right now, so definitely check that one out after you're done with this one. And if we go 3-0 today, I'm going to give away $100 cash or a week for members only. Someone who likes this video, comments your favorite place, subscribe to the channel. But a quick recap: what we have. We have the Knicks minus 3.5, T-Wolves money line, Heat plus 3.5. So guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out those other videos.